Hey gang, still going at it with this gas tank, and I'll tell you, earlier today I was doing some editing of the stuff I filmed before this, and this timestamp thing here, wherever it is, there's like a date, it says 2023. I don't know how to turn that off, so we're going to deal with that for a little while, I guess. But I got a lot of these welds knocked down, so this way, when I pressure test it, you know, I don't want to pressure test it and then knock the welds down and I open up a leak. So we knock them down ahead of time, and you can see in there I got them all in the tunnel. So we're good to go. And I got the one bung tacked in place, and I got to have the vent. So I want to show you what I did for the vent. So I had this piece I machined so it would be a taller bung than the one that's in there. We've discussed this already. So I welded up, I took a little piece of pipe, I cut it, I crushed it, I put a little hat on it so it's still, a lot of air can pass through there. So when I put it in the tank, it'll be in like this. So if oil should come swooshing like that and hit it, you know, if I put it this way, obviously oil will go in there and stay in there, and if you hit the brakes hard, the oil comes forward, you don't have a windage tray or something, it'll spew out the vent. So I'm going to put this in this way, and I think it's going to vent just fine like that. So that's where I'm at right now. I'm going to get these two bungs for the oil return and the vent welded in, and then hopefully we can move on to pressure testing the oil side of the gas tank. Alright gang, I got this side welded on. I got the two bungs in here, the baffled vent and the return. This is the feed for the oil. And my cap's on. We're going to my homemade moonshine looking pressure test setup. So we're going to dunk this bad boy into the Tupperware of water there and find the leaks. I know I got to have at least 2 or 3. And I knocked the welds down, you know, the best I could for doing body work, and tighter on here for body work, because you know, you may have a weld. I think I said this before, you may have a weld and it'll be fine. And then when you go to do the body work and you knock the tops down like I did, you might open up a leak. So it's best to do that now and see what you got. So let's go swimming, huh? All right, gang, I got my pencil to mark off where my leaks are probably going to be. So let's do this. See what we get. This will go around the front here first, as best we can. Now we'll do this here. Oh, I got bubbles. All right, let's get this thing plugged in. I had to move my moonshine pressure tester up front because I saw a leak in the back, so I had to change things around. It's going to be a lot easier to see that with that sticking out the other side. So let's see what we got here. Oh, I see that leak now. And a little tiny leak right towards the back there. Alright gang, I guess that's it. 2 leaks, not too shabby. Let's get this over on the bench and take a look. Alright gang. So far so good. It's tough because these caps, they're going to leak around the edge. And the way these tanks are set up with that little cut on either side for the bayonet, I don't know how to make it seal up really tight. So I do the best I can with what I got. So apparently I've got one little leak right there. I can hear water in there. And another little leak on the inside right there. Hey, for all that welding, 2 leaks, That's a win for me, man. So, obviously I can't weld this wet. I'm going to blow it off the airline so she doesn't rust up that bad. And maybe wait till tomorrow to come out and weld those and dunk it back in the bath and see what happens. Alrighty, gang. I think we're done with the gas tank. So I went back, I fixed that one leak. She was right in here in the little pinch there, and there was one inside here, right there, and I got that bad boy. So nothing else. I went back in and I rechecked it, so I think we're good to go. Normally I'd be like, this tank is fine, no problems, but I think I'm going to do sealer, only because there's that divider between the two parts of the tank, the gasoline side and the oil side. Like I say, I was personally never a big fan of sealer back in the 80s and stuff, and I know stuff has come a long way, and my buddy James keeps telling me how fantastic new stuff is, so I'll give it a go. So that's that. I think we're doing good. The two bungs here we filled. The one we left for the truck petcock, the drain for the oil, the feed for the oil, and our emblems to screw on, and the return for the oil and the vent. So that's it, man. That's good to go. I think maybe it might not be such a bad idea for me to plug all these holes and give this thing a quick sandblast and maybe a rattle can of self-etch to keep it from being rusty and ugly and so on and so forth. So I think that's probably, I don't know, that's enough for an episode. So thanks for watching. Thanks for sticking it out with the gas tank deal here. Next, I think my buddy James, again, has promised to send me a bunch of those red and blue like Russell A&N fittings and stuff, the aircraft fittings, to do what Larry did. So we'll see. That's the next thing I'd like to do. But hey, man, see you in the next episode. No drinking, no driving, no texting, no driving, guys. Check out the website, spritzbyfritz.com. And if you want to see these episodes before everybody else out there in Spritz by Fritz land, patreon.com/Spritz by Fritz. Become a member. I will start uploading all my DVDs and other little YouTube-ish kind of things that only my Patreon guys will get to see. So I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.